Hey, what is up, guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. How's everyone doing? Hope you're all doing well, having a great day or evening, depending where you are in the world. A lot of cool stuff to talk about today, and I want you guys to be sure to watch this video the whole way through, because not only do we have some very interesting UFO findings both on Earth and off Earth, but we have some other information about a film that is coming out tomorrow having to do with the Apollo moon landing being faked, as well as an amazing Secure Team fan tribute that was emailed to me by one of our viewers, and it's simply awesome. So be sure to stay tuned for the end of the video, and we'll let you guys check that out. So first, we have a new discovery coming from the UFO Mania YouTube channel of what quite possibly could be a snake, or at least a snake-like creature slithering through the rocks on the Martian surface. So here is the original photo. This is a Gigapan photo, and I'll put the link to it down in the video description. And so we're zoomed all the way out here just to give you an idea of what we're looking at. We will go ahead and start zooming in down to the area. You will find this anomaly at the bottom of the photo, which again is taken on Mars by the Mars rover. So we're zooming in here. Let's pan down to the bottom. We have all these slabs of rocks here, nothing out of the ordinary. And I want you to take your attention to this area down here at the bottom. And as we zoom in, sure enough, we see this snake-like thing in between the rocks. So here is the snake, we'll just call it, zoomed in. We have a close shot here, and I mean, look at it. That really does look like a snake. And again, it does not blend in. This doesn't look like just some crack in the rocks. You can clearly see it. I mean, the thing has a shadow. So it's definitely three-dimensional. And you see it curve up here, and at the end, we see what looks like the head of the snake, just like you would see here on Earth. Here is a contrast-enhanced version done by the UFO Mania channel, where we've simply got the snake area highlighted. And as you look closely at this thing, not only does it have the shape of a snake slithering up between the rocks here, it also has detail on it. It has these lines on it like you would see on many snakes here on Earth. It curves up here, begins to get smaller and thinner as it reaches the head portion, just like you would see in a snake here on Earth. And you can even see the shadow of the head here being cast down on the rocks. So, really creepy. Could this be some sort of creature on Mars? I mean, it's definitely not the first time we have encountered what look like creatures, alien creatures, on the Martian surface. And we'll go ahead and show you a few of those findings, some of the best that we've covered in the past. Among those, we have the Mars rabbit that was snapped directly after one of the rovers landed on Mars. And the shot was captured inside of a crater. So we have this empty crater. I mean, there is nothing around this rabbit-shaped object. You're seeing a close-up image of this rabbit. We're calling it the rabbit simply because it looks like the body of a bunny rabbit with two ears popping up. But in this case, it looks like a Mars mutant rabbit of some sort. But no, here it is. Here's the panned-out shot. And by the way, I'll put the link, every Mars image that we're showing you here, we'll put the link to the original down below so you can check them out for yourselves. So here's the zoomed out version, and this even goes out even farther, which you'll be able to see in the original image. But just for the sake of focusing on this rabbit anomaly here, here's the zoomed out version showing you that this thing is just caught sitting there in the middle of this flat terrain. I mean, we have some rocks on the rim of the crater in the background, but as far as in the vicinity of this object, there's nothing around it. So let's go ahead and zoom back in here. And this is definitely a three-dimensional object. You can see a shadow being cast on the surface of one of the ears here, as we're calling them. And for some reason, NASA was so worried about this image that they actually came out and publicly tried to debunk it and say that it was a rock. But unfortunately for them, it completely backfired. Because as you're seeing in this GIF here, which was actually put out by NASA, you can actually see this so-called rock moving its bunny ears. So this is the little animation put out by NASA, and you can see this right ear here slightly moving. And we'll just let it loop here over and over for you. We'll go ahead and zoom in as it loops. And I mean, look at this thing. It even looks like it has eyes on it. You know, so whatever this is, whether those are ears or horns, there was definitely movement to this thing that was sitting there, you know, almost coming up to investigate this rover that had just landed. And it is one of the best pieces of evidence of creature or alien life in a creature form, small creatures that we have. So check out the original link to that down in the video description. Another very anomalous and probably even creepier than the snake or the bunny rabbit comes from this image here. We actually did a video on this. I mean, I don't know of a news outlet that didn't do a video or a news story about this photograph here, where we see these rocks, and lo and behold, we find what has been dubbed the Martian crab, which is this strange, creepy crab-looking creature clinging to the inside of this rock wall here to the lower left. So we'll go ahead and zoom in here, and this is the object here that we're circling. This thing has like 12 to 15 legs wrapping around it, hence the name crab. I mean, it looks like a crab, or again, another mutant version of a crab. And NASA really couldn't explain this one. No explanation. Doesn't blend in with the rocks. And I mean, you can see it plain as day. This thing it has legs, it's clinging to the inside corner of these rocks here, blending in, and it's just, there's no explanation. Other than, this is definitely a creature, and NASA has been lying to us about what is on Mars. So, you know, don't be too quick to judge things as mere rocks or pareidolia, because not everything is a rock, my friends. It doesn't matter who says it's a rock, but we have found objects on Mars that look nothing like rocks. They don't move like rocks. Oh, and by the way, this Mars rabbit here, it completely vanished only a few photographs later. Completely gone. So that's another thing that NASA couldn't explain, seeing as rocks simply don't get up and walk away. So again, back to this snake-looking object. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, it does look like a snake to me. So the question is it a snake? Was this filmed on Mars? I know a lot of you guys out there have said in the past that we aren't even at Mars, that we're filming it here on Earth. Now, I don't believe that, but I do believe there's a lot of strange things on the red planet that NASA has tried to hide from us, and we get lucky every now and then. So, big thanks to UFO Mania. Check out his channel and his original video and give him a thumbs up. Now, speaking of bodies out in our solar system, if you remember in yesterday's video, we showed you this large glass dome that had been found on the moon's surface, on the backside of the moon. You're seeing an image from that here. If you haven't seen the video, go check it out. I mean, this thing is undeniable. And so tonight, I got an email from the same poster, from the same YouTuber who posted that original video, and he said that he had found yet another dome just a few frames later from the same mission. So I said, yeah, definitely wanted to feature it here today, and it definitely does look like another one of these shiny glass, sort of opaque domes. Alright, so here is the anomaly, again, the structure in question, and once again, another dome, sitting inside of a crater. I mean, look at this. Look how rounded it is, and this thing would have to be huge, just like the other one. And I mean, just look at it. It even has a little glint of sunlight reflecting off of the top of it. Furthermore, as you're looking at it, you'll notice this sort of a squiggly black line wrapping around it, which is the same thing that we showed you in the dome from yesterday's video found on the backside of the moon. Again, we have these, what are possibly support beams on the inside. Amazing stuff, amazing discoveries. I mean, by the same guy, he was looking at the same lunar orbiter mission photographs and found yet another perfect circular round object with the sunlight glinting off of it, shiny glass-like material. And yeah, you guys can check out the original photograph as well as head over to the Original Sources channel and give them a like. Now, on to some other UFO sightings. This mysterious photograph was emailed to me tonight by a viewer of a very strange object captured outside of a commercial plane, and according to the email, and I'll go ahead and read it to you here, this comes from Stephanie Willard, who said, quote, "My sister-in-law sent me this picture. She said that it was taken between Kansas and Chicago. she said that she was taking pictures and saw a flash across the sky as she was taking them, and this is what she captured. So here is the original picture that I got in the email. Let's go ahead and zoom in to the photograph and bring it up to full screen here. And if you look up at the top left here, you can't miss it. We have this sort of green luminescent object passing by outside of the plane. I mean, the source said it was very quick. The source said that her sister-in-law was snapping photos rapidly, and out of the corner of her eye saw a flash as she was taking photographs. So when she went back to look through her pictures to see if she had captured anything, to see what the flash was, this is what she found in one of the photos. And here is the zoomed in shot here, and there's also some blur to this object, which again would indicate that it was passing by very quickly. And if you look at it, I mean, to me it has sort of a saucer type shape to it. And that is not the only thing that intrigued me about this image and this particular UFO, because when I saw this, I recalled a very similar object that had also been captured outside of a commercial plane window a couple years back that looks very similar to this. So let's check out that photograph. Here's the photo here. Incidentally, this image taken a couple years ago was also captured above Chicago. And in that sighting, it was reported that this craft was outside the plane flying along with the plane for a short period of time. And so this is the panned out shot. Let's go ahead and zoom in here. And if you look at this, it looks very similar to this new image. Now, of course, one is taken during the day and one at night, and they're not identical, but they do look very similar, where you see this sort of black frame and these glowing compartments on the top and the sides. So very, very strange. Not to mention, we posted in yesterday's video that new piece of footage we had gotten of another UFO following closely to another commercial plane in this video here that you're seeing. So, I mean, these UFOs have been captured shadowing airplanes, airliners, jets, military craft, I mean, since the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. We talked a lot about that yesterday in the video we posted, so if you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check it out. Big thanks to Stephanie who sent this in, and again, anyone who's flying over Chicago, keep your eyes open, because we may be seeing a pattern here between these two sets of images taken a few years apart. Now, another update to yesterday's video. If you remember yesterday, we posted you some photographs of this police car parked outside of a Family Dollar. Well, it looked like a police car, but it was actually a zombie patrol car. The image from that you're seeing here. And it was really strange. And it is strange because these cars are not limited to one state, one town. These things are being seen everywhere, and after I posted yesterday's video, I got in even more pictures from all over the US of these strange zombie patrol cars, zombie or mutant disposal videos. Here's a new image sent to me today of another one of these zombie response team vehicles, this time a truck, captured in Pennsylvania. Here is the side view here, and you can see on the door here, it says Zombie Outbreak Response Team. Survival kit inside. Let's go over a little bit more. Zombie Response Team Alpha Unit 2. And of course, we've had a lot of theories and speculation. I've gotten a lot of message from you guys. Some of you said that these are for movies. Some of you have said that these are simply hobbies and that these people are just doing this for fun. And that may be, in fact, but I doubt it's for a movie because we're seeing these things from the east all the way to the west. And so this one was snapped in Pennsylvania. Then we have another set of images, if you remember, that were snapped in Miami, Florida, of this giant semi-truck looking vehicle that definitely looks professionally done and looks like it would take a lot of money to create. So I doubt this is for, a hobby or anything like that. And again, this one says Mutation Response Vehicle, and it has the typical biohazard symbol on the back of it. So again, one in Pennsylvania, one in Miami, Florida, another one in Dallas that we featured yesterday. I mean, these things are being sighted everywhere, so what's the deal? I mean, it's just weird, really weird. So I thought I'd show you these new photographs captured and emailed to me today of this truck. I don't know, just weird. And so thanks to the source for sending those in. Now, I've been getting a lot of messages from you guys wanting me to recommend some more movies, some more films. And as a matter of fact, I do have a recommendation, and it's about a film that even I haven't seen yet because it's just now coming out tomorrow. And I'll tell you guys, it's right up our alley. So the film is called Operation Avalanche, and it is specifically about the faking of the Apollo moon landings. And the premise of the movie is that in 1967, these 4 CIA agents, along with a documentary film crew, go in and they actually figure out that we were not able to reach the moon and land on it. So what do? They take it upon themselves to help fake the moon landing. And you're seeing the cover or the poster of the film here. And you'll see that the little tagline here says, "It's not a lie if you believe it." And what was even more intriguing and kind of funny to me is the fact that if you look over here to this famous Apollo moonwalk photo, you can see that someone is actually placing this picture of Earth down into the backdrop with tweezers, as if it were actually cut out and placed into the photo. And oddly enough, we've actually talked about this specific photo in the past, about how when you look at the pixelation and you bring the contrast and enhance it, it does look like the Earth shot here, the shot of the Earth, was actually placed in or spliced into the photograph. So that's a funny little giveaway there, but it looks like an awesome film. I will put the link to the trailer of it down in the video description, and we'll just kind of show you some photographs of the film here from the trailer. And honestly, it looks really cool. And we will definitely be doing a review on the movie here soon. You can buy your tickets. Like I said, it's coming out tomorrow. And yeah, it looks like a pretty cool movie. And it would seem at this point that the movie will actually tackle the faking of the moon landing as a real thing. And so it will be really interesting to see how it all pans out. I'm excited, and I'm going to try to go see it. So check it out, looks really awesome. Lastly, before we end today's video, I gotta show you guys something just really awesome. As you know, and I've shown in past videos, every now and then we will get tribute art from fans and viewers who will send us pictures or drawings of our Secure Team logo, paintings, a bunch of cool stuff. And I got an email earlier tonight of one of the coolest things that I have ever seen sent in by a fan. And, well, without further ado, you guys go ahead and check this out. Alright, was that not epic or what? I mean, I was just speechless when I saw this, and I really don't know what else to say to the person who did this except thank you so much. I mean, that is simply amazing that someone would take the time, 6,000 dominoes, to create this thing just for the channel here. It truly touched me. It really did. It really warmed my heart, and from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you to Mr. Wasilla. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, for sending that over to me. And this guy is a professional domino person. I'm not sure what the technical name is, but he runs a YouTube channel that features some of his works using these dominoes, and it's amazing. I want all of you guys to head over to his channel, subscribe, check out his other videos. I mean, what he does with these dominoes, I mean, it's just mind-blowing. And he does competitions and stuff like that. So, again, big thanks. I really appreciate this, and I really don't know what else to say. I'm just so, I'm honored. So, thank you so much. Everybody head over, subscribe to this guy's channel, because I think he's definitely earned it. Alright, so, oh, and one other thing I almost forgot to show you guys. Check out this video if you haven't seen it yet, of this giant inflatable moon crashing through a downtown city in China. So, this came out yesterday, and it was tweeted to me. I posted it on Twitter, and it's exactly what you're seeing. It's a giant inflatable moon rolling over people, bikes, people, cars, this poor woman on this motorcycle here, and it occurred in the city of Fuzhou in eastern China. And I guess it got blown out across the city due to typhoon winds that sent it blasting through traffic. So that's all I've got. I mean, it's just a really strange and cool thing captured. A giant inflatable moon just billowing over people walking by. So there you have it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about everything else we've shown you today. Keep sending in your footage and stories, and we'll get it out there. And as always, stick around, because I've got a lot more coming, and I will see you all back very, very soon. Alright, so thanks for watching. Hit that like button on your way out, and stay safe.